Crafters, you're back for day 5 of the 30-day craft room organization challenge. Yesterday, we identified some zones, trying to figure out where would be the best spot for us to have our different craft supplies. And today we're getting started with the fun stuff, which is cardstock. So here you can see how I store my cardstock. These are calyx shelves from IKEA. So I don't know if you have an IKEA near you, you do have to assemble them yourself. But I knew that this was the way that I wanted to store mine because I'm a visual person and I like to see all of the color so I can take stock of what I might be running low on. So let me tell you a little bit about my colors. Stampin' Up, as I mentioned, I'm a demonstrator, and we have 54 colors. So there are 4 basic colors: black, white, vanilla, and beige, which is new. And then we have color families, and within each color family there are 10 colors. So we've got the brights, the subtles, the regals, and the neutrals. So that's 40 colors. And then we have in colors, and those are 5 colors that are sort of trending that we introduce each year, and they stick around for 2 years. So at any given time, there are 10 in colors. And you can see right here, these 5 are actually getting ready to retire, and these 5 will be around for another year. And then we've got new 5 coming in May. So you have to have a system for storing your cardstock. So first of all, when the colors retire, I have identified these baskets from Container Store. Don't remember the name of them, but I will link them in the description below. And they are great because they fit inside these cubbies if you want to put them there. But this is where I put my retired cardstock, and I do have them available for sale for 30 cents if you live here in the Indianapolis area. Over here, I have in each cubby, I have an open pack and a full pack, and that's what I like to keep on hand for each color. I do sell them each individually by the sheet or by a pack if you run out of something that you need really fast without waiting for it to ship. But anyhow, I just love how they're on display in these cubbies, right? And so how do you organize them within the cubby? And so I'm going to recommend Stamp and Storage. If you haven't heard of them yet, I definitely recommend you check out their website. I use a lot of their products, and I'll be talking more about those later. However, when I first came up with this system for storing my cardstock, I couldn't afford them. They are very expensive, but well worth it if you can afford it. So I employed petitioned my husband to see if he might be willing to try and build me something. So he went out to Home Depot or Lowe's and bought a bunch of plywood that he then cut up, and then I don't know if you can see, but he glued some little squares or rectangles here on the side so that we could just slide these different pieces in, which is great for moving because we've moved since he built these, and you just have a bunch of different pieces of plywood that you can then put in here. But this was my way of trying to have 10 per cubby. And that was important to me too, because some different inserts that you can buy might have less than 10 or more than 10, but I just wanted 10 because there are 10 colors in each color family. In addition to that, Stampin' Up! Has recently started selling a new product called two-tone cardstock. And these are 12 by 12 sheets of paper that are part of their scrapbook line that is new. And we don't have all the colors yet, but they have announced that they will have all 54 colors. And so I needed a new way to store all of these. And so again, using these bins from the Container Store, what I've done is I've made my own dividers. So you can see here, this is just a piece of the paper that comes in the back of a pattern paper pack. And then I put my own dividers on it and then just labeled it. And so you can see here, I don't have all of the colors yet because they're not all here, but I do have these available on hand to buy by the sheet. So as you start looking at your cardstock today, I'm going to give you 3 things to focus on. The first one would be to sort, right? Because sometimes we might have all our greens together, but we're not really sure, is this pear pizzazz or is this old olive, right? And if we sort it, we can try and identify what we have. Then secondly, you'll want to label it, whether it's a permanent label like these that we'll be talking about at a future challenge, or maybe you just want to put a sticky note on it so you can try and just keep tabs on what colors you already have. And then thirdly, you'll want to try and inventory this. And so I am going to provide you with a resource that you can find linked in the description below. This is a chart that shows you all 54 of our colors. And as we go through this challenge, you can take stock of what colors you have in the ink pad, the refills, the marker, and the cardstock. So today you'll just focus on the cardstock column, but you might want to go through and say, do I have Pear Poppy Parade? Yes or no, right? Do I have Flirty Flamingo? And this will help you so that next time you go to order, you always have some colors on hand. And then lastly, I just want to give you a quick tip that if you are not able to, dive all in and have all 54 colors right now, Stampin' Up! Does have variety packs. So for me, the Brights is my favorite color family. So you can buy a assortment of just bright cardstock, 2 sheets of each color. So that might be a good option for you if you're just getting started or you don't want to invest in all of the colors. So in any case, can't wait to see how you organize your cardstock. Spend the day doing that and then hop over to the Stamp with Cheryl Facebook group and post a picture there of how you've done today's challenge of organizing your cardstock. See you tomorrow.